Alright, here we go for third place. Fallen Timbers monthly 9-ball tournament. My name is Sherry, and I will be your guide. Nice break, but nothing fell. And it hasn't really left Kevin, it hasn't left him an open shot. He's left him a shot at a safety. And he needs that to bounce a little higher than that. So this is a monthly 9-ball tournament. Entry into this was $45 with a $10 entry or $10 green fee. We had $1,150 in the pot for the main event. Calcutta, we had $960 in it. It's the first one. People around here are getting used to it. I think they're going to do nothing but get bigger and better as we go along. The 20 players, we're paying 6 places tonight. And we've got 4 places in the Calcutta. First place of this is going to take home nearly $1,000 for today. We got $500 for first place for the main tournament, and then $440 for first place for the Calcutta. If you know anybody that lives in Michigan or near the area, we're going to be doing this every month, and it's just going to be more and more money. Tell them about it, then ask them for a cut for telling them about it. Finder's fee. People that love pool, tell them to tune in. See what's going on. Kevin's come back nicely for a shot on this 5. There's just a little center ball slide off of it just a little bit. A little even below center. Shoot the 6 in the same corner. Never a doubt. Shoot the 6 in the corner and come straight up for the 7. In the upper right hand corner. Or he can roll it in and come up behind it. And I don't think that was exactly what he wanted. Definitely not ideal. He's got to back cut this. You got to keep let Whitey go a little bit. It is a 7-foot table, so you don't have to hit it like you would on a 9-foot table, but it's got to go back and forth. So he has to keep it out of both side pockets. And he's done that quite nicely. He just wants it to get up that rail so he can cue it the cue ball, and it did. Depending on how he's feeling, he'll either, if he's feeling really confident, he's just going to roll this ball in and let the cue ball go to the side rail. Just like that. Sometimes maybe you've got some nerves or some adrenaline going, and if you've got that going on, just let it go out and go back and forth with the cue ball. Don't try to hold it up if you feel that heart beating and stuff. And if you're calm and you're feeling good with a nice stroke, roll it in. But take into account the condition of your body at the moment too, not just what generally the proper shot is. If you're playing on a faster table, sometimes you want to let it go that extra rail. Slow table, maybe you don't want to roll it quite so much because it may not get there. Kevin has failed to make a ball again on the break. It's not something he normally struggles with. Rick's going to thin off of this and put the cue ball back down table. He's just going to thin off the side. Oh, he missed it. He's just trying to catch as thin of that one as he could so that he didn't have to, you don't want it to come out from around the 5 or tie up on the 5. He's trying to get it back down behind that 3-7. Kevin's just going to punch off of this and then follow that line straight up to the 2 ball. The 3 ball passes the 7, which it does. Kevin's just going to slide off of this over towards the side rail. He may even hit it and come back out just like that. That leaves him the angle, it looks like, to go between the 6-8. Goes between the 6-8, he'll come back up probably around the 4 ball and shoot the 4 down by where the 8 is. You have to come out of there clean though. And he ran into the 4, but he's got a shot. Yeah, you had to come through that 6-8 clean there. You bump anything and you end up in big trouble at 9 balls. Huge. He's going to draw this back. He wants to draw it straight back right at his hand. Just a little bit below it. He chose to make sure that he kept angle and avoided the side pocket and just a simple little draw to the side rail there instead of trying to do a super draw, which I love to do. And he did not hit that one. Something's lacking here. And if he's on the side of that 9 ball, you can see almost the whole 6. And then just lay it up behind the 7. And there's a window there. Double sliding doors. Left Rick a nice shot for a bank here and get out and tie this match up. Rick's a strong shooter. Runs a tournament in Flint at the New Jesters. They do that the last Sunday of every month. We've been down there a couple of times. Great event. Great people. Food's good. They also do a players auction, so it's more money for your time if you're going to drive down there. Pretty sure they had $150 on 16 players. And they run, that is on 5 valley tables, that tournament is. Uh-oh. Danger, Will Robinson. Never a doubt. He wants to catch his breath after the cue ball went rolling up over there. He's got angle, just come up and shoot it on the other side, the other corner. There it is. And that shows you, how that this table is level. Neither one of those balls attempted to dip into the side pocket. They rolled true. One to one. We got a ball game. This is, we're doing rack your own 9 ball. 9 ball doesn't count in the lower 2 holes because it's rack your own. Helps get rid of the arguments of good rack, bad rack. That's what a lot of the country has gone to in their 9 ball tournaments, and I like it. Rick hasn't made a ball on the break. And he's left Kevin an opening. The 3-6 is... It's definitely not ideal. They are both sitting off the rail, so he you know, there is a shot available to him on that ball, on the combination. He might come 2 rails. He tried to go straight down at it, and he's going to scratch. He might have been a little fortuitous here that 5 ball's kind of in the way with the 3 and everything where it is. Rick's made a few nice combinations on the 9-9, but you're going to see him run 3 rails round to go down to play that 3-6 combination. He may even come down and catch the end rail too at that speed. No, that's a pretty nice shot. So I'm going to have to pull this out of here. He's ended up straight in, and I can still cut this ball in. He's going to go between the 7-8. Probably looks like he can go between the 8-7 there and just back out towards the center of the table. Don't need to do anything fancy here. I cut that way to what would be the left side of that pocket, and he's come up with a good angle here. It's not a... He's going to shoot it in the side and just pop it out just a little bit for the 7. And do you play the bank here and go for the out? Rick is a guy that I've seen him play a little bit, but he's one he'd prefer to go out shooting. He's going for the 7 ball here because it leads to natural shape on the 8. He hit it long, and he left Kevin a shot. He's not going to make him shoot it. There was a question earlier about when Kevin gave Bart that last game. Bart said, there's other places around that if you give a game, you lose a game. And I know the WPBA plays by those rules. We don't play by those rules. Some people consider it poor sportsmanship to not let somebody continue a route that it could be in some way sharking. Sometimes it's just out of frustration. You don't want to see the game continue. And, if you don't want me to shoot 3 balls, I'm going to take it all day long. Uh-oh. Rot-row. Got to get that under control. Put her on a leash. I want to thank everybody for tuning in with us today. It's been great having y'all. I'm so happy to be back out here on the air doing, what we love, trying to bring you guys the best product we can. We've been down for a while. We know that. We're sorry. We missed you guys too. But we're back. Large and in charge. That was a nice shot. The way Rick likes to stroke the ball, that's a nice little stun shot. And just pull it back a little bit, make sure you clear the 8. He doesn't want to roll forward with this. He doesn't like it. He would like to have been able to go to the other side of the 8 ball to have less angle, but he can, if he wants to, he can stroke it, draw it, suck it back, and straight back down. That was a nice shot. And now he's got the angle. He can follow with the some right-hand English to come off of the rail and be able to shoot that 6 in the pocket over there by the 9. Spun it around quite nice. Being a little cautious of the side pocket there, it can be pretty big on those shots. For those of you who don't know, this is Rick Schroeder at the table right now. Kevin's sitting there holding his cue, hoping that Rick will let him back up. Oops, I think I scored that wrong. I'm giving Rick Kevin's games. Don't tell Kevin, please. Yep. 2-2, Rick's break. Are you still there? Oh, good. Shh. Yeah, Rebecca. It was backwards. Thanks. Appreciate you. Alright. Kevin's got ball in hand with a little bit of a cluster. Playing 3 foul, so I think you're going to see him go for a 3 foul. You're going to try and... Oh, he's going for it. That 5 must pass that 8, or else he wouldn't have shot that. And I can't see him by the camera because his arm's over it. Oh, now he's going to have to thin it and play safe. That's a nice shot. He's got that ball snugged up in there. So Rick's going to come 2 rails, side rail, end rail, into the 5. That 9 can squeeze out, and it could be, it probably might even squeeze into the side pocket, unfortunately. We haven't seen a squeeze shot tonight. Kevin's going to take this and going to get on the maybe the end rail, and even you can bump the back of the 8. Oh, that works nicely too. Just bump the 7 in a little closer. Yeah, maybe about bumping the 8 out a little bit. But you gotta be sure you don't get hooked here. There you go, nice shot. Cue ball looks fake. Sorry, guys. Well, I'll let you see it from there. Nice shot. Put straight in on the 9. Rick says that's good. And 3-2. Bart's just waiting. Yeah, he's got that almost straight angle. I have to. He's forcing this. That's times like, sometimes like this that you just. All right. Helping people get. Some people at home want to watch him play when they're going to be in the finals here. Bart's waiting on the waiting in the hot seat for the winner of this match. Well, these guys are getting a nice little payday for their day of playing pool. Anytime you get paid to play pool, it's got to be a good day. And Rick may need to. He might have to brush this 9 ball route forward with it a little bit, or he's going to pop it back. Shoot him in the same hole. And another. That's good. Tied at 3 apiece. This is the 3rd time Kevin has faced Rick in a tournament since we've been out here. Rick has bested him the other 2, and he's trying to turn that the other way in this time. Let's see what happens. If those of you who don't know us, I am biased, but Kevin is my husband. And that's why I know so much about his game and what his tendencies are, and we're just getting to learn the players here in Michigan. So as I do, I will, I pay attention so that I can better commentate on their respective games. I like to give you the best I can, and that takes knowing my players. That ball went forward. Rick wasn't happy. I think he's lucky he just got a shot at the table here. It could have been behind the 4 ball, could have been in the hole, and just got to accept he's still at the table. Cut this ball into the side, and cue ball go to the end rail and back out for the 2 ball in the same hole. You just want to float it so that, because you got to have the angle to go to the 3 next. And I think he's going to have to slide below the 3 and shoot the 3 up table. Nah, he can roll forward with it. He's good. And he's got angle to come back across the table for the 4. These final few guys really just battling, liking it. Yeah, that's a good shot. He wants to come out about where he just held his stick so that he can just draw back down off of, bump the rail to come off of it for a 7 ball. And he wanted it out a little bit further. It means he may end up being having to bridge off of the rail, but Rick's a player. He's a shooter. He's got this. Put a little nice stun draw on it. It's off the rail an inch or so, maybe 2. He's got room there. He can't cue at the whole ball, but he can at least cue into it some. He's not restricted to just the top. He wants to go follow this to the end rail and back up for the 8. With that, Rick's going to take the lead at 4-3. Kevin came up dry on the last break. He scratched too. So he's altered where he's putting the cue ball a little bit there. And didn't make a ball, but at least the cue ball's still on the table. Decision, do you go offensive here or defensive? And I think he's supposed to go defensive. He was trying to get that behind the 9. Wimpy. But it still doesn't have a clear path. It's left Kevin with either pretty tough combination, double tough with the gap between the 1 and the 3, or a safety. Then off that right side of that, yep, put the cue ball right behind there. One might have leaked out a little bit. See the outer molecule of that 1 ball. Well, 2 goes on the side where that's a 3 down here in this bottom right hand corner. 4, 5, 6, and 7 down by this end rail. One rail straight back down at it. Now we can just shoot this 2 and then come off of the rail back out towards the center of the table for the 3 ball. He'd like to get a little past the center of the table so that he doesn't have to run into the 7 ball. I want to avoid hitting balls at all cost. And he's in trouble. It's got a little gap between that. The 4. I thin off of it and try and put him behind the 9, 8. 2 rails. Gotta miss the 5. That's a nice shot. Nice speed. Right, go and get. He doesn't get a shorty. He jumps with his full break cue. He's got a Predator BK, I'm pretty sure, that he jumps with. And he does quite well with it. Yeah. Oh. Well. Let's see what kind of spinach you can get on that ball. Hey, Snooker, how are you? Yeah, it's not a pretty situation. Looks like Kevin's going to shoot the side rail to the end rail. Yeah. Angle it goes in is the angle it comes off. There's nothing easy about this. Ball in hand, Rick's just going to touch this ball in, come out he wants to be a little on the right side of this ball. He can still go to the rail. I thought he might want to draw it straight back rather than having to go to the rail and over. And this little center right, work it over. It's nice to be back again, Snooker. We really missed it. We moved to no man's land, Michigan, and we've had to kind of find and create things, and I am super happy to be up doing this. And Rick's got a nice little shoot it in. And Kevin's not going to make him shoot this up. This is the most 9 balls I've seen given up in I don't know how long. It's almost too nicey. That cue ball just takes off, flying. And did he make a ball? He did not make a ball, and he's got Kevin Snooker to be looking at a push shot here. Push shot is the first shot after the break. that whoever it is that's shooting has the option of pushing the cue ball anywhere they want to on the table, as long as you don't double hit. Anything that would constitute a foul other than not making contact with the lowest number ball on the table. But your opponent has the option of giving that shot back to you if they don't like it. And so it seems like a very simple shot, but it's not. You have to be careful that you're not giving something that's selling out, and with these guys here, it could be very easily done. Or something that they're going to say, no, go ahead, take that yourself. So you don't want to leave it triple tough, but you don't want to give them that window either. I think Kevin's just going to push and hit up on the 7 here. Yeah. Didn't want to, if you push to hit the 7, maybe move the 7 out of the way, opens up the 4, makes the run out easier. Because Rick is a shooter. He's jacking up. He's wanting to power out of this. It's a 4 1/4 inch pocket. You better hit it sweet. And he did. These are 4 1/4. This one here is 4 1/4 from the factory. Special ordered by one of the local pool players here. Only problem was he ordered it in rosewood. So now here it sits in the place that had recently just bought us 4 diamond tables to set up for playing our BCA league. Roger and Trista are really stepping up to do stuff for this game, and they're not even players. It's pretty simple. You roll up off of this. Straighten it up a little bit of the left-hand English there. Straighten it up so that you maintain the proper angle on the save ball. Draw it back for straight in. That puts Rick on the hill. Kevin says, I gotta make you shoot him, every once in a while. I can't give them to y'all. Bart's over there taking his coat off, getting ready, doing his calisthenics by sitting down in a chair. And is this another dry break? It is, and it is wide open for Rick. He just has to maneuver around this 5-7-6. He's handled that quite nicely. Run it a little bit and draw it to the rail and back out for the 3. You don't want to follow it. You follow it. You run into the 5 and the 7. There's no telling where that cue ball ends up. He's got a nice angle here. Go to the rail and back out, probably about where the spot is. No, he's going to play this combination. He wants to end this right here. It's not easy. Off angle, the 4 ball, he has to cut. Oh, yeah. And he made it. Did he scratch? Alright, that's Rick Schroeder wins. And it's